Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. I hope you're doing great. There is a great story out of Wolf Street about spec homes. They are now hitting the market. It is that they are at the highest rate. The inventory level is at its highest level since 2009, which is a very important year. We're going to dive right into this. I'm going to put an 80% off link down below to a mortgage master course for all the people that are looking to refinance or buy a home. This will show you how to save thousands of dollars the first time right at closing when you buy, and it will save you tens of thousands of dollars over the next couple of years of that mortgage. Okay, so if you want to learn about the mortgage industry, how to save money, which means how to make money, go take a look at the link down below. Okay, again, out of Wall Street, here comes the inventory of new spec houses, highest since 2009. Sales jump, builders take share from homeowners. It says inventory for the new completed houses jumped by 46% year over year and by over 200% since mid 2021 to 104,000 houses in August. This is the highest since November of 2009, according to the Census Bureau data that came out today. About half of all new houses are in various stages of construction currently. Many of them, the early stages of construction or even before construction begins, and buyers have to wait for months before they can move in. Finished houses are essentially move-in ready, but builders have tied up a lot of capital in them and they have to be sold quickly. Inventory of completed houses encourages builders to make deals. The buildup of spec houses is what the overall housing market needs the most, and it will help resolve the massive dislocations in prices that have befallen the housing markets years ago. So, anytime big amounts of new inventory of anything hits the market, we see prices correct. Why? Because the market is used to a certain flow. And when that flow changes because of the amount of inventory, whether it be houses, food, anything, it comes crashing down because usually the pool of buyers to buy whatever goods there are available at a given time, if all of a sudden it's flooded with more, that buyer pool doesn't increase overnight miraculously. There has to be some type of force, whether it be like in housing, lending costs dropped significantly, and or insurance and taxes dropped significantly. We know both of those are definitely not dropping anytime soon. So that's what's exciting about waiting on the sidelines watching this, because what will happen is panic. People, as they see prices fall because builders have to take more and more concessions, it's going to get exciting because people will panic and they'll back out. So some of those would be buyers that are currently looking for homes would be backing out and waiting on the sidelines. Inventories of houses at all stages of construction, from not yet started to completed, rose to 470,000 units, or 470,000 houses, right up there with August to the October timeframe of 2022, and they're all at the highest since 2008. Supply rose to 8.2 months. That's supply of inventory, okay? 8.2 months. Now, I want to remind you that we're nowhere near the all-time high. The all-time high was 2006, and that was coming down, but we are well on our way to it. So you could see the all-time high right up here at 2006 and where we are now, and this is a steady run up to that number. Now it says sales of completed houses jumped by 53% year over year to 29,000 houses, not seasonally adjusted. Even at the brisk rate of sales, supply of unsold inventory of completed houses rose to 3.6 months. Rising inventory and supply are good. They're what this housing market needs the most. Potential sellers of existing homes need to compete now with new houses. And what's going on there is really interesting, because new houses, when let's say Lennar, Toll Brothers, or any of these other big companies have homes to sell and they're having a hard time selling them, they've got a lot of power behind them because they can make concessions that other homeowners can't. They can buy down rates. They can do all kinds of things. They got a rabbit out of a hat. They're just pulling left and right. And there's not a ton of emotion with these home builders. With current homeowners, this is their nest egg. This is everything they've got. They saw a news story that said their home was worth 600 grand a year and a half ago. Now they see a news story that says the house down the street just sold for 700 grand. They're like, oh my gosh, we just made $100,000. Well, they don't want to give that up. And so the emotions are so much higher with current homeowners. And this exact same scenario happened in 2006, 2007. And what happened is, after a while, the home sellers that were selling their own homes were left holding the bag, because what they thought was worth 700 grand because the news told them it was, they all of a sudden saw it go to 650, 550, and they kept seeing that decline until they finally capitulated and sold. Okay. Now it says here, sales of houses at all stages of construction rose by 11.5% year over year to about 58,000 in August, not seasonally adjusted. This was up by 4% compared to 2019 in August. So you're seeing constantly with these numbers, increasing percentages of inventory, monthly inventory, all these different phases of construction, they're rising. Okay, that's great. By comparison, sales by homeowners of existing homes have collapsed to the worst levels of the housing bust or burst, even as supply has spiked. Home builders are taking advantage of homeowners' refusal to adjust their price expectations to reality. Exactly going back to what I was saying with the emotion that is tied up with these home sellers, the home owners, and they're not wanting to capitulate. And so what's happening is these new homes are selling like hotcakes. Prices of new houses have dropped to prices of resale houses. So contract prices for new single family houses at all stages of construction dropped in August from July. They're down by 4.6% from a year ago and are down 8.8% from its peak in October of 2022. Now that's a very important number to tell you, because I did all these videos and I've now shown how the Federal Reserve, through the St. Louis Fed, came out and completely changed and revised the numbers, showing that we don't have that big of a housing collapse. Wolf Street is quoting the same numbers. They're showing that since October of 2022, and remember, I called the top in the summer of 2022, and then it takes that long for that data to hit the market and be recorded on the charts. That's why it was recorded in the fall. And I said, this is the top of the market. Here we go. It's only downhill from here. Well, it shows here that home prices have dropped 8.8% from the peak of October 2022. And to give you an idea of comparison of how big of a deal that is, all throughout the Great Recession, if you go and look at home prices, both average home price and median home price, with the Federal Reserve, it shows that the nation fell around 8%. So we're already now on a national trend at a worse housing price decline than the Great Recession. But this is only the first phase of the housing crash. So you have so much more to get excited about. Look, I'm super pumped. I want to show people, because there's a lot of people refining right now. They're losing money because they're being conned into these different origination fees and things like that. I'll show you how to get rid of those, how to save thousands and thousands of dollars. There's a link down below. It's 80% off today. What is it? $199. If you want to go check that out. And if I'll tell you what, after 14 days, if you watch less than 50% of the videos in that course, you say, this isn't going to save me thousands of dollars, Ninja. I'm not going to 10x my investment in this course on my next house. I'll give you your money back. So that's my deal to you. I just want you to succeed. I'm going to give you the tools to succeed. And as you succeed, I succeed. End of story. The Economic Ninja is out.